I'm with Stuart Brown of Broadcast Wireless Systems. Hi, Stuart.
Hi.
What technology trends are you expecting to see at IBC this year?
Well, a continuation of last year in terms of, I think, IP will continue to be developed as a distribution platform. I think eventually taking over as the main one. I think that's really going to be visible this year. And HEVC encoding, which it's been in the fringes for a couple of years now. I think this is the year it's going to really kick off.
You recently introduced the Sapphire 4K codec.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about it and the features and benefits you get from it?
Yeah, sure. I guess the main benefit is that it's the first sort of low delay 4K encoder, and by that I mean sub 100 milliseconds. It then enables cutting with cabled cameras and things on large events. The other advantage is its size. I've got the board here, so it's this big. Okay. Normally, at the moment, for any 4K codecs I've seen have been much bigger. It uses a lot less power, so that makes it very suitable for camera back operation.
I was going to say, that must make it hugely successful for camera backs, because where power is a real issue.
It is, yeah. So
you're running up
it's
and down
going to run around,
yeah.
Burn around 15 watts, which is fairly insignificant compared to what the camera is actually using and everything else. It's also a codec platform, so by that I mean it's the same PCB does encoding or decoding at the flick of a switch. So that means that you could buy 10 units, and one day you can have, if you have a job that needs 8 encoders and 2 decoders for one week, the next week could flip that around. So in terms of getting value for money, it's a much better prospect, I think, than just having to buy separate encoders and separate decoders.
Okay, so you will be showing this low latency 4K encoding at IBC. What other benefits does it deliver for your customers?
Well, HEVC encoding is much more efficient than H.264, which is the one everybody's on at the moment. It really is much better. It's a definite paradigm shift. What that means is you can for the same picture quality, you can use up less bandwidth, which in monetary terms means you don't have to book as much RF spectrum to cover a given event, or you can have more wireless camera systems in the same spectrum you had before. So on a financial sense, it's good for that. Also, RF spectrum is rare, is harder to get hold of these days, so sometimes you can't get all the stuff you need, and this will help with that also.
So I guess one of the things you could do is use multiple cameras in, I don't know, a car, for instance.
Yep. Yeah, at the moment, the way of doing that is to have a switcher inside the car and just send one signal at a time. The disadvantage of that is the director in the OB truck can't see a preview of each camera, so you don't actually know what's happening on it at the time. Also, it's useful to have all 4 feeds available for red button services and over-the-top stuff where people are using, viewers are able to select their own viewpoints. This is becoming more popular now.
You could choose your own driver.
Yeah, so you could choose your own driver and choose the camera that's pointing at his face, rather than watch what the the director decides that you should be watching, which is becoming more popular now.
Interesting. You're a regular exhibitor at IBC, so how have the things evolved since this time last year? You were talking about Sapphire then.
Yes. Well, that was a plastic model last year, and now it's a finished product. Also, we had a system on called Solo Cam, which is basically it was a new concept to allow reporters to go out to do live interviews on location without actually needing a camera operator there. So it sits on a tripod. It can be controlled via the studio or via a remote control for the reporter. And all they need to do is plug it into a 3G bonding system, and they've got live pictures back at the studio. The enhancements this year, because we sent it out for a trial, it went out for some field trials last year. We've taken feedback from that, and we've built those features in, such as return audio for the earpiece and actual remote control from the studio.
We'll get to see all of that on stand 1.A78.
That's the one.
What are you looking forward to most about IBC this year?
IBC is always, it's the best one for, it's the best of the shows for getting real feedback. You get quality, you get to engage with people and have quality discussions about projects and about your, you get brutally honest critique of your products as well, which is always good to enhance your developments. And we always come away with lots of new ideas.
Terrific. We'll see you in Amsterdam in September.
Okay, thank you.